We went on the Disney cruise! Woo! Alright, like we said, we went on the Disney cruise. We went on the Disney Wonder, a 7-night Mexican Riviera cruise. What were some of the ports, babe?
From San Diego, we went to Cabo, Mazatlan, and
Puerto Vallarta.
Puerto Vallarta. What was it? 28th April until Cinco de Mayo.
Yes, sir. Oh, yeah, we got to experience Cinco de Mayo on our Mexican cruise. Leaving out of San Diego meant that we didn't have to worry about flights or hotels or travel or any of that. We just left from our house, went right to the port, and there we were. It was so easy peasy. Thanks, Jesus. This was our first family trip. Our family of 6, Matthew's brother's family of 7, his parents and my mom all got to join us on this cruise, and it was a huge blessing.
Oh yeah, 16 of us. Yeah, just making it work logistically with getting time off work for our parents to be able to travel here to visit us and go on this trip with us and everything. It was
all the kids' schedules all lined up. Jesus aligned all the stars for all of us to be able to go on this trip together. It was perfect timing for all of us to be able to go. We never thought we'd be able to afford a Disney cruise or for all of us to be able to go together. So we don't take it lightly that we got to have this experience. It will be a memory that will last forever. And we're super thankful that we serve a God that is so good and loves fun. All right, we're gonna give you the highlights, some of the lowlights, and we're gonna do a lightning round where we give a quick review of certain categories of cruising.
Yeah, our intent is to also provide some other videos that will elaborate a little bit more on some of the topics such as cruising with kids.
The fish extender.
Yeah, things to prep.
Yeah, prepping for the cruise and some packing tips.
Yeah.
Just to help you guys out for those who want that information. Here we go. Number 1.
Fish extender. I had no clue what that was. Clarissa and Yvonne were pretty excited about that, 6 months prior to our actual cruise?
Basically, the fish extender is a gift exchange specific to the Disney Cruise Line. What you could do is you can go on Facebook, find your exact sailing, and sign up. You get grouped in a group of 10 cabins. It is a lot of fun. We had so much anticipation with getting our gifts that we were giving. And then on the cruise, the kids anticipated the gifts from the other people so much, and we really utilized the things that we got in there.
Oh yeah. There's some bath toys and some water bottles that we could go into a little bit later, but yeah, it was good. It was something to look forward to, and I know a lot of people really put some thought into it.
You don't need to go elaborate with your gifts. You can keep it as simple as you want to, or you can go as elaborate as you want to. Our kids had a great time with it. They just loved it. It was a lot of fun. Highly recommend it. Do it.
Just do it.
Number 2, no one was seasick.
Our oldest daughter gets motion sick.
In the car, yeah.
So we were a little worried about her and just the rest of the family. This was the first time that they've been cruising, so we had
I get seasick on cruises, so we were a bit worried about what it would be like for the family, if they would get sick, if that would ruin their experience. It totally didn't.
No, we had Dramamine just in case, but we also had
Dramamine.
Dramamine for your mama and me, and C-bands.
Yeah, we brought C-bands and Dramamine, and really all we needed were the C-bands, and everyone was fine. Didn't ruin our trip. We had a great time.
It was good. Number 3, Puerto Vallarta. Puerto
Vallarta. It was our favorite port.
That was our 3rd port, and we decided to hire a driver. So once we got off the ship, we walked a little bit, and there were plenty of people that wanted to drive us around. So at about $12.50 a person, that's the deal we got. We were able to get in a van, private driver who took us all over the city, downtown, Old Town, into the jungle, to the beach. Some of the highlights include the zip line, which I was able to go to with my brother, dad, and nephew, Jalen. And we had a good time. The guides, they were awesome. There were like 12 runs or so. And
I didn't realize there were that many. I thought it was like 2.
We were gone for a while. But
It was a while.
Fortunately, they had a restaurant over there and the kids were entertained. Right?
We actually ate at a restaurant in the middle of the jungle while the guys went ziplining. It was really great. We saw colorful birds, cool bugs. The kids got to run around, release their energy.
They also had tequila tasting, but we didn't participate in that. It was for free.
Yeah, it was included in the tour.
Yeah.
And you know, had we gone with the Disney Cruise excursions, we would have spent almost or over $1,000 for our group of 16. But by going off the ship and utilizing those vendors that were right there off the ship, like Matthew said, we spent a little over $200 and that was it.
Yeah. And afterwards we went to the beach and it was almost like our private beach. I mean, there was a restaurant over there, so we were able to get some amazing food, but there weren't that many people there. We had our chairs and tables that they set up for us already.
The beach was a bit rocky and the water was kind of rough, but the fact that we had the beach practically to ourselves and the kids had a great time. They got to play in sand, play in the water. It was like the perfect day. It really was. It was awesome. So glad we went there. Number 4, Palo brunch. Yes. Oh, it was so good.
It's only for adults. So we left the kids in the kids club and nursery, and we took advantage of just that experience with some good food and a good buffet, good spread all around.
Palo is the specialty restaurant on Disney Cruise. It is an upcharge. It was $40 per person, but I tell you, it was worth it. It was so relaxing. The food was delicious. You order a la carte and they have a buffet. It's all gourmet food, very high quality, really delicious food. Our waitress was Judy from, I think, Barbados, and the bartender was Esteban. No, it was not Esteban. But he was great. He was great. Our waitress was great. The service was amazing, and the view, because I think you're at the front of the ship, and it was just a gorgeous day, and it was so relaxing. It was the perfect way to start our second day of the cruise and really kick off the cruise as a whole.
Yeah, and I would recommend that you do that in the beginning of the cruise when you still have room in your stomach, because near the end
you're so full.
Yeah, you're so full.
Number 5. Okay, this was the all-time top favorite, I think, for everybody in our group. It was the Froyo station, included in the cruise, not free. Included. We paid for that.
And we try to get our money's worth.
The Froyo station had chocolate and vanilla every single day, but each day they changed out the 2 additional flavors. They had mango, strawberry, blueberry, banana, and pina colada. Oh, that one was really good. Yeah, we took advantage of that bad boy. I had ice cream every day.
It was on the pool deck, so every time we walked by, you just grab a cone and get some ice cream.
You might as well.
And a pizza and shawarma
and all that additional stuff. But yeah, it was definitely a highlight for us. It was a highlight for the kids. They loved being able to just go right out of the pool, grab themselves a little ice cream or Froyo and enjoy it. And they loved that they pretty much had free access to it whenever they wanted. And we're pretty tight on desserts with our family for the most part. So that was a good treat for the kids. Oh. What's this?
What is that?
Yeah, that's right. We're the champions.
Yeah.
Family Quest winners right here, baby.
Yeah, pretty much a legacy.
Yeah.
Carried on.
On Royal Caribbean, we did the quest with our friends and actually won on that cruise line. So we just carried over the tradition of winning, and this time we brought the kids along. They were great.
Yeah, no children were harmed during that scavenger hunt.
The quest is a really fun scavenger hunt. Pretty much on every cruise line, at least that I know of, has it. It's a lot of fun. We got the kids involved. They had fun running up and showing the item and our number, and we ended up winning. The kids had a great time with it. I thought they might be overwhelmed, but no, our kids are actually quite competitive, so I think it was right up their alley.
For sure, yeah. It was good.
Do it. If you're on the cruise line, do Quest. They have Family Quest, and they've got one for adults only. And we did both. I thought we were gonna win the adult one.
Right.
We were so close. I feel like we were...
You were limited because you were back, so.
Right.
So we had my mom trying to run up and down. That's okay.
Your mom. Up next are our lowlights. Yeah, we did have a few. All right, the first one, no stroller. We did not bring a stroller, nor did we bring a step stool. We figured that we could just rent a stroller on the cruise line, and they do have them for rent, but they were completely booked. They only had one left and it was broken. And our youngest one loves to be carried and wanted to be carried 24/7 on that cruise, and it ended up hurting my back and not having a stool in the room. In our house, we have stools all over the place. But on the cruise, we didn't think about the fact that they would need a stool for brushing their teeth, washing their hands.
Even using the bathroom?
Yeah, even using the bathroom.
Toilet. Yeah.
So having to carry them everywhere, it was really painful for my back, and I actually ended up throwing my back out on the cruise, which was not fun. No. That was definitely a big low light for us. Next time, we'll bring the stroller and the stool on the next cruise.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Number 2. Compared to Royal Caribbean, we didn't feel like they had enough onboard activities, specifically in the afternoon, I'd say. So after breakfast and then around lunchtime, there were some activities that we were able to do, such as drawing and crafts, but I don't know, we just felt like there was something lacking there.
Yeah, we definitely felt like there were a lot of lulls, and on Royal Caribbean, we were definitely suffering from FOMO, fear of missing out, in terms of not being able to do all the activities that we wanted to because there were so many. Whereas on the Disney cruise, we kind of felt like we were searching a lot of days during the afternoons for something to do. Number 3, the nursery. Womp womp. Our little one did not care for the nursery.
No, it was pretty sad. As soon as we walked into the lobby, she would start crying.
Yeah, she would say, I don't want to go to kids club.
But whenever we would check on her, she would always be carried by one of the cast members, or yeah, she was fine. She wasn't crying anymore.
Yeah, it was just pretty much dropping her off, and the anticipation of going there. She was not happy. No. We did keep it at a minimum as far as how often we dropped her off. We only had her in there a few times. And one thing I really didn't like was we had her scheduled for one night from 4 to 8 p.m. and she fell asleep right before, at 20 minutes before 4. And so I called to see if we could just push it back, instead of starting at 4, just starting it at 5, so that she could nap in our room and not be cranky and crying when she's there. But they told me they needed to see if they had availability for her, which we already had scheduled, so I don't really quite understand that. And then they were gonna charge us for the original 4 hours and the 3 hours that I wanted her in there for. So they were gonna charge me for 7 hours. It didn't make any sense. I was really unhappy and disappointed about that. So I ended up having to just wake her up and bring her there. She was cranky, but I was not gonna bring her into the movie, and I wasn't gonna pay for 7 hours of babysitting when she didn't need that. So definitely a low light for me. Number 4, the buffet.
I thought it was fine. I didn't really have a problem with the food itself. It was mostly the space. It always seemed crowded. It was tough to get around.
The buffet, the food options were very minimal. It was super crowded and hard to find a seat. I didn't enjoy it. And the coffee there was so awful. The worst coffee ever. Now the coffee in Triton's was really good, and in the restaurants was really yummy. In the Cove, it was really good, but for some reason the buffet, I don't know what was going on there, but it was really bad. So I just did not enjoy the buffet at all. I would much rather eat breakfast at Triton's or one of the other restaurants. And for lunch, I honestly wish we had taken advantage of the room service. We were there anyway for downtime for the kids. I wish we had just done that.
Yeah.
And the last low light would be the splash pad, which was meant for children that were not quite potty trained yet. It was very inconveniently located. It was enclosed and small, and so if you had multiple children of differing ages, you couldn't be with more than your one kid in the splash area. And I just didn't get it.
And it also seemed like it was closed all the time too.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Maybe because of accidents?
Maybe.
On the other ships that I've seen, that they do have a much more open layout. So I think it's just the Disney Wonder. Definitely a low light. Did not like the splash pad area. Luckily though, Matthew's dad took our youngest into the pool area, and she is potty training right now, so she didn't really need to be in diapers, so it was fine.
All right, time for lightning round. So again, just a few topics that we just want to quickly give highs and or lows, and we'll move on from there.
All right. First one, dining.
Good.
The food was delicious. The service was great. Loved it. Then we had rotational dining, which is unique to Disney Cruise Line. So we had the same serving staff, but we moved from multiple different restaurants. So we started at Tiana's, then went to Triton's, and then went to Animator's Palette. Each night was its own experience. It was a lot of fun. It was entertaining, and the food was good.
Just like every other cruise ship, you could get as many dishes as you want. So if you want all main dishes, all dessert, all whatever, you can do that.
Stateroom.
It was the best that we've had. Plenty of space with the bed, and then the living area with the couch and a big porthole.
Yeah, the dual bathrooms where you had the toilet in one. The bathtub, yes, perfect for our kids. The shower and bathtub were in another room. It was awesome. The room layout, like Matthew said, it was perfect. We loved it. And the bunk beds for the little two and the great size bed. There was plenty of storage. The rooms, staterooms, awesome. Loved it. We had the ocean view on the second deck. Perfect. Loved it.
Plus they were adjoining rooms with the with her mom and the 3 oldest girls. So
so we felt like we had one big room, and we just left those doors propped open, and it was great. We loved it. Kids Club.
They had fun.
Oh, the kids had a lot of fun. Except for our 2-year-old.
Yeah.
All the other kids from 4 all the way up to 17 had an amazing time. They all raved about the Kids Club.
Mm-hmm. I'd say what was it, Vibe?
Vibe is the oldest.
Okay, Edge?
Edge is, between 11 and 14.
Yeah, that one was meh. But for their age, we gave them freedom to walk around for the most part.
Yeah, so, they really enjoyed. They didn't enjoy Edge necessarily, but what they did enjoy was the fact that they could roam free around the ship without the little ones or without any adult supervision some of the time.
Yeah, with limits.
Ship quality and cleanliness. All good.
Yeah, it was good. I think the ship is a little bit smaller compared to some of the other ships that we've seen, but that was a good thing, I would say.
Yeah, for our first cruise, for the group that we had, the ship being smaller actually worked to our benefit.
Yeah,
it wasn't overwhelming.
Right, especially when we're bringing kids to the kids club and going to some other part of the ship and picking them up and having to move around. It was nice that it was somewhat small, just a few decks as far as the entertainment, and we were good.
The Disney Cruise Line, they definitely do a great job of maintaining their ships, keeping it clean. They do a great job. Cost.
It's up there for
a
cruise compared to other cruises. It is a little pricey, but if we were to compare it to, let's say we wanted to go to Disney World, and we're talking flight, hotel, transportation, admission, plus any other shows,
dining, entertainment for everyone.
Right, we would spend a lot of money. So
yeah, we all were able to be entertained with whatever it is we wanted to do. It was available, and we didn't have to worry about who was having fun, who wasn't.
Yeah.
Everyone had a great time. There was something for everyone.
Right.
So when you look at all those different parts of a trip for a family of 16, hands down, the cost for a Disney cruise is totally worth it. Unfortunately, when you compare it to other cruise lines, I would say it's not worth it.
But we wanted to do something special for the kids, make sure that they were going to have a good time. So we felt like it was guaranteed with the Disney cruise that the kids would have fun.
Yeah, and we knew we would have a good time. And there's something very special about a Disney cruise that you're not going to get on another cruise line. So it being our very first family cruise, the first cruise for the kids, we wanted to go all out for them. And I'm so glad we did. We made an awesome choice, and Disney Cruise did not disappoint.
And now they're spoiled.
Onboard activities. like we said earlier, yeah, there were some lulls here and there, and Matthew and I wish they kind of had a little more to do, but as far as the kids, I'd say the onboard activities were awesome. The kids had a great time. They loved karaoke. They did some of the trivia with us, and
character meet and greets.
Oh, the character meet and greets. They loved that, and that was definitely very special to Disney. So I would say onboard activities for the kids, awesome. For us, you know, could have been a little better. Service.
Outstanding.
Yeah, it was really good. Our stateroom attendant she was amazing, hardworking, cleaned our rooms twice a day. Lilith, you're awesome, girl.
Our servers worked really hard to just take care of us, the 16 of us, and really accommodate the kids and the adults and entertain the kids. So our head server,
yeah, he did magic tricks.
And yeah, it was a lot of fun.
At dinner time, our 2-year-old never wanted to be in her seat. She always wanted it to be in our lap, either Matthew's or mine, which was unfortunate. However, when Matthew was served his steak, while Adeline was in his arms, our head server went ahead, grabbed his plate, cut his meat for him. But it was just a really nice thing that they do so that as parents you can relax and unwind and someone will take care of it for you. If you've got kids on a Disney cruise, let them cut your meat for you. Just let them do it. It's awesome.
There's no shame in another man cutting your meat.
That's
even you.
Last one, entertainment. Oh man, the Disney productions, so good.
Some of the variety acts, yeah, I'm not really into hypnotists. And some of the magic, yeah, it was good. It was entertaining. But the Disney productions were
the best.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Frozen, the Golden Mickeys, and
then there was like a Dream. It was something called Dream or whatever, but it was really good. The music, the storyline, the quality, the dancing, the singing, it was all very, very well done. In closing, as much as we loved this cruise experience, as amazing as it was, there were still lowlights, just like we said. But when we think about like how much anticipation goes into a family vacation, when we think about heaven, it's just like there are gonna be no lowlights, right? And no matter what goes on in heaven, there aren't gonna be the things that we're like, it could have been better, or was it worth it? In heaven, we get the full anticipation, all the highlights, and for eternity. So as much as we love vacations and as much as we look forward to our next one, nothing compares to what the Bible says heaven will be like for us. We don't ever lose sight of what we have in store for us in heaven for eternity with Jesus, free of pain, sorrow, sickness, and even just small things like exhaustion. Back pain, right? We don't have any.
Feeling stuffed from all the food.
We're gonna get to feast in heaven
and not feel stuffed.
Oh man,
it's gonna be forever, for eternity. It's not you go halfway into the cruise and you're kind of thinking about the last day and all the
feeling sad, anticipating the end of it. With that said,
until then though, we are gonna enjoy these opportunities with our family. Just making, we're definitely blessed that we were able to do this, have this opportunity while we're all in San Diego, at least the majority of us, and then our parents able to make the time to just be with us and enjoy each other's company and just, again, be grateful for all that God has provided for us.
We just appreciate that our God wants us to have fun. He wants us to have amazing memories as a family, and we don't take it lightly that we got to do this together. Coming up next,
cruising with kids.
We're gonna give you tips on cruising with children, anywhere from toddlers all the way up to teens.
Because we had them all.
Thanks so much for watching. I'm Clarissa.
I'm Matthew.
And we're Unshakable Love. Hit that subscribe button.
Leave a comment if you want.
Yeah, and hit the like, get that bell or whatever to get notifications every time we post a new video. See you later, guys.
Bye.